And let's talk about the NFL having all the control in every situation. And this is something that everybody needs to understand, that although we played football as kids in the backyard, in the street, maybe high school pickup, whatever, and it was just love of the game and fans love of the game. The NFL is a business, 1,000%. So whenever we talked about the Baker Mayfield situation, whenever Baker Mayfield said, I won't be traded, and they said, we don't give a fuck. There is nothing Baker can do. If Baker's just going to sit out, cool. He hasn't been made rich yet. He does have money. I guess he is rich. He's not wealthy yet. Cleveland Browns don't care if he just sits out. All right, that's on you. You're losing your money and your opportunity to become a player somewhere else. And do you think anybody's going to sign you after you hold out for a year, after the football you put on film, and with everything you got in your past? The Cleveland Browns have all the leverage. I understand we're in a player leverage world, and players have a lot more leverage than they do. The Browns have all the leverage in that situation, although we're pulling for Baker. Hey, Baker.
Good luck, Baker.
We hope it all works out. Another thing, Matt Ryan was supposed to get a $7.5 million bonus today. The Atlanta Falcons said, nah, you get that on Tuesday. All right? We're not giving it to you on Friday. We'll push that to Tuesday. Because they're waiting the weekend, I guess. Deshaun Watson's taking the weekend to decide where he wants to end up, where he wants to go. So everybody just assumes, okay, if Atlanta's delaying a $7.5 million bonus, which... I don't know how they're allowed to do that.
Yeah.
Just real quick, I don't know how they're allowed to do that. I assume there's something in there where it's like, hey, we control the money that you get, whether you like it or not. We can just move that from Friday to Tuesday. Do you like it? Do you not like it? We don't care. The next team's going to have to pay you this deal that we gave you that was absurd. It was like $100 and some million. So Matt Ryan's getting his money on Tuesday from either the Falcons or whatever team he ends up on. You would have to assume if Atlanta's doing that, they're waiting it out and doing this whole thing, that they feel very good about Deshaun coming to Atlanta, which means Matt Ryan's probably coming to the Indianapolis Colts.
Okay.
It's kind of how people are piecing it together. If he goes to the Saints, which a lot of people say he is going to, I guess then there's even more question marks on the board. But it is a wild time in the NFL. Just like I think Deshaun's going to Atlanta because he's a human. You know, that's going back home. Feels like that would be something you'd want to do after.
Congrats, Matt Ryan's going to Indy then, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, they're saying that would be the next domino of fall. And welcome to Indy, Matt.
There you go.
Excited for you to restructure your contract, Matt Ryan. Excited for that to happen.
It's not very nice.
What?
You want to restructure or take a pay cut?
Restructure. Get all the money you're going to. How about Atlanta, by the way, saying the bonus he was due today, that'll go to Tuesday. How about that? That just happened, and everybody, they just reported it. Like, Atlanta Falcons now have pushed back the $7.5 million roster bonus due Friday to QB Matt Ryan to Tuesday, giving Atlanta 4 extra days to hear the Deshaun Watson decision and be able to trade Ryan if necessary, per league sources. That's just reported as if, that's okay.
Casual.
How the fuck does that happen? Is that just so can I, if somebody owes me money, am I allowed to say, hey, that money you're supposed to give me in 2 months, I want it now? Well, that's not in the contract. Well, did you see what the Falcons did?
Yeah.
They just moved that thing 4 days. How does that work, you think?
He had to agree to it, right? Matt Ryan, his agent, had to agree to it.
You think it's like a...
Yeah, and they might be at the point where they're like Baker, yeah, whatever, dude. Just give us our fucking money at some point. Get me out. Maybe. I'm not 100% sure. Go ahead, Diggs.
I can't remember what comedian it was, but the whole, the way that my bank account works, we can't pay you on Friday. We have to move it to Tuesday type thing.
You think that's what the blank
family? The way
family?
that the deposit works and the withdrawals, and then you have to have the 2 days of processing and stuff like that. Maybe.
So it actually wouldn't hit till Tuesday anyways with that large of an amount, Matt.
Right.
You understand how it is. Not that big of a deal. And also, we don't want to pay it. I mean, we're the ones that did the contract. We don't want to pay it. We would like the next team to have to pay you for that. So let's just go ahead and shoo that thing to Tuesday. And if on his first day as a Colt, Matt Ryan received $7.5 million, I think that's pretty similar to what happened with Carson Wentz. Like his first day as a Colt, he got like a $3 million bonus or something like that. That worked out fantastically. I'm assuming this one will as well. Matt Ryan. Proven veteran leader.
That's right.
Been to a Super Bowl.
Who's been there before. Be able to get the boys into the right place.
MVP, right?
Yeah.
That's right.
That's right. Carson Wentz still was in that conversation a few years back as well. But, Matt Ryan's got a lot to prove still. He's 37 years old, still got 10 years left in him with the way he takes care of himself. Matty Ice is a player. When he gets to Indianapolis, by the way, till he buys this house that's right down here, he might, Nah, Boston College guy. He ain't buying smokes $30 million. But there's a house down here that you basically buy half the city. It's $14 million. You got your own pond and lake. Matt Ryan, the Ryan family's going to look amazing there.
Not? Absolutely.
With that being said, if Deshaun goes to New Orleans, what the fuck happens with it for the Colts in their quarterback situation?